tail. Tail.
That's gross. Hello, it's Scott from Wessex Blades, and welcome to my very belated drawing for my 1500 sub competition. I'm going to set the camera back up again in a minute. I'll show you the prizes and what I'm going to do about the two prizes. See you in a bit. 3 hours later, I've even changed jumper. Okay. What I've had to do, as I was looking for the prizes, was, if you can remember, the prize was a first aid pack from Strike Force Supplies. It's lost in my garage. See what I'm up against. Camera went. Okay. So. Jasper! Yeah. Got any first aid kits? Yeah. Got one. Okay, because what I wanted to do was not only consider the people who had 5 videos up, but also those who may not necessarily do videos of themselves, but still contribute in ways of encouragement and advice only on messages. So there's another part solely for them. So if we do the first draw first, that would be taking into account the 7 entries which I've written down here, including the ones who said they didn't want to be in the draw. And what I want to do is this: those who are quite ready to just share with the gift that they passed on to someone, but didn't necessarily want to be in a draw, i.e. to make the other contest entries have greater chance, so like 1 in 5 as opposed to 1 in 7. What I thought I'd do is this: I'll draw with everybody, and those who were of the mind they didn't want to be part of the draw, I'll post the prize if they win to whoever they want, and therefore make someone else's day again. Okay, so I hope that's alright. It's the way I thought it would be fair, rather than, you know, there's 7 entries and 5 people get a draw and it all gets a bit confusing. So I'm going to cut up the 7 names on here, and if it's one of the few that were able to say, okay, I'm not really in the draw, but here's me sharing something with someone else making their day, I've put everybody in the mix, and if it turns out to be one of those, I'll pass the prize on to whoever they want that to benefit from. So that's one part. And the second part is this: for those who didn't necessarily have 5 videos up, there's another side, as it were, of YouTube, and it's not just the people who put up the videos. There's also the people who encourage. There's also the people who pass on information or encouragement and things like that. So what I did was I went through my entire subscribers list. I think it was like 32 pages or something, and when I came across a name or a picture that's very familiar, it was someone who I'd say they've been there for me, they've always encouraged me, I wrote their name down. So all of these people here. Second sheet, third sheet, fourth sheet of them, and it goes from people, obviously, Voltaverk, Andersborg, Cream Neuron, Golden Scales, Langlot Viking, 38 Mark W, Cura Heat N, Cura RT, Mike 2206. There's all these people here. Sugar Creek Forge, Heavy BTU, Gavku's on there, Sparky Pipes, Hambu, Howler Nufford. Anybody who's been something to me right from the start, okay, encouragement and things like that, irrespective of where they got videos up, they're in the second draw. So first drawer is the competition uploads, and the other drawer is for people who've done their part but not necessarily videos. Okay, so I got to get cutting, cut them up, and we'll do the draw as soon as I can. The prizes I'll share in a minute. Tune in later. See you in a bit. Right, now obviously I'm doing it in cuts because it's going to be quite an extended video, and the last thing I want to do is film it, make a cock up, and then I've got to do the whole thing again. So the prizes, each part of the prize is virtually the same thing. Okay, it's the first aid pouch, and there's a few items in there. Okay, a few dressings in there. These are very small pull off top plastic container, of which inside will be rammed some Brasso fire starter. So you've got a little plastic waterproof container with some Brasso in. Also will be from Strike Force Supplies this little orange container, which I thought would be a very good fire pack. Okay, also in there will be a fire still that I've made, including involvement from Chief Monkey J. So we got a little lanyard on it. Plus, I've tried to involve somebody else as well. Let's get this sorted out. Over here, I've got FPS bloke to make a couple of paracord bracelets. So you get one of those in the pack as well. So fire kit with your little bit of Brasso, your fire steel in there, and a paracord bracelet all bundled up in there, and then in the first aid kit. Okay, so that's the prize. Right, here we go. I'm going to start cutting up the first, I think it's 7 entries, and this is the draw for the first prize. This is the video response group. Catch you there, see you in a bit. Okay, so let me read that. It should say Spartan Johns. Put that down. That's the top. Just cut each section up like that. And I cut the back up of them. Boom. And boom. And then we got MI Wilderness, Volton Work, Kitchen Sink, Anders Bork, Chief Monkey J, Volton Work, and Quality Jackson. Yeah, Quality Jackson, Volton Work, Chief Monkey J, Anders Bork, Kitchen Sink, and NI Wilderness. And there's Spartan Johns there. So there you go now. There. So I think what I'll do is I'll screw out the balls, get back to you later, and we'll do the draw. Let's get this camera sorted out a bit. There we go. Right, 7 names in a hat. Okay, so if I pop this here, you shouldn't. You should be able to see, but I won't. Have a swirl around. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay. Drawing for video responses, first aid kit and fire kit. There it is. And the winner is Can you see that? Kitchen sink. Yes. Couldn't happen to a nicer bloke. This is the guy who works with youths, got a degree in doing youth work, I think it is, and wanted to give a gift to some young lad up the road, and was able to use this as a vehicle for doing it. Couldn't happen to a nicer bloke, and I'm wondering where the first aid kit might go. Kitchen sink. You send me your address, mate. And all that's off to you. So, first aid kit, fire kit goes to kitchen sink. That's for video responses. I'm going to pop that in there. That's actually made my day. Bloody brilliant. Okay, so proof that the other ones were in there. You should be able to read that as Quality Jackson. There's the J, Quality Jackson. We got here Voltaverk, Chief Monkey, that was MI Wilderness, Rob Andersbork, it should be Dennis, yep, Spartan Johns. So thanks for joining me. Stay tuned, we've got the big draw coming up any second now. Right, here's me cutting up the rest of these sheets. We got Wild Orness, Street Artists, Varraville, Bushcraft, Black Forest Ghost, Snap on John, Inish, Cream Neuron, Conan 568, and what I'm doing is I'm cutting them all up, putting them in the hat. At the moment, the strips. And then I'll sort of fold them and screw them up later. Sorry about the light on that last one, it didn't seem to be very well lit, so I've moved the camera and I get some better light on the next bit. But anyway, what goes around comes around. See, kitchen sink being the one drawn out, that was pretty damn cool. So I'll see you back in a minute when I get all these cut into strips. This is going to be a big old draw. See you in a bit. Tell you what, there's a lot of pieces of paper in here. A hell of a lot. I mean, this just goes to show, as you can do, there's one of them, the amount of effort, not that I put in, but people do in watching videos and giving advice. 38 Mark W. You know, it wouldn't be the same without Cess Baby 2S or L Marshall 32. Okay, these people who give me time, give me advice, give me encouragement. Black 4 1975. Gav Koo. You're all in here. You're all people who've made a difference. Nicest Knives. You're all people that have made my life better. So why shouldn't I give back? Nebilax 123. All these people is what have made my life a better place, a happier day. Who's your archer? Firestill's on its way. This one should get there. Okay, so we'll get there. Hell of a lot of folding. Brummy John's 200. All these people giving advice, encouragement, not just to me but other people. Cat Snake with the X's on. So we'll get back in a minute when I've folded all these hundreds and hundreds of pieces of paper up. I mean, literally There's loads of them. So I'll see you in a bit. Ben Bushcraft. It's like the usual suspects, isn't it? Sticks S Original, SSX, that's Simon. And I'm beginning to know you all by first name. Canoe Bushcraft. Canoe Bushcraft, that's Joe. There. The Brabman. Okay, so you're all going to get a shout. Every one of you has got a shot. Howling Dingo. You're all getting a shout out. Whitetail Bushcraft. Why not? Soul Survivor X2. Artist Blade 1972. So I'll keep going like this. I'll see you in a bit. Okay, and as I fold up the last one, no guessing as to why he's in there. Mr. Kaiser from Free River Blades. Fold, fold. There they are. I'm guessing there's 170, 180, maybe 200 in here. Hell of a lot. Oop, one's fallen out. Good start. There it is. Okay, so there they all are. Now with that many, I'm just going to wiggle around a few times. So for the second pack, so that is a first aid kit from my mate down the road, Jasper, from Strike Force Supplies. Got a little fire kit in there as well, some stuff from me and some local makers. The winner of the open competition for my Make Your Day 1500 subscriber draw is it's Nebulax 123. Bruce, you just had your name drawn out of the hat from all this just to prove Nebulax. There's Canoe Bushcraft. They're not all Nebulax. Ghost Camo. Richie Powell, that's Ukyo from Japan. Couple more. Stony Broke Bushcraft. I think that's Andy. Triple X Cat Snake. So, just to prove that wasn't a fix. That's amazing. Nebulax 1, 2, 3. Sir Bruce, for all your input, all your thoughts on me. Happy retirement, mate. You just won a first aid kit. Justice is done as far as I'm concerned, because you've made my day. Remember that? I remember that, Boosie. Yeah, you. Talking to you. So, what goes around comes around many times over. So that goes in there. And that's going to the USA. That's to Bruce. And that one's going up country. I think it's Sunderland, don't quote me if I'm wrong. And that one's going to Kitchen Sink. Fantastic result. Thanks for joining me again for 1500 subscriber competition. A little bit late, but of all the people, Howler 942, what else we got in here? Steintance, they're all in there. There's all the usual suspects. Everybody has made a difference to me or made my day with positive comments, advice, gifts. Okay, you all had a shout, you all had a shot. Whether you had videos on or not, Bruce got one and Kitchen Sink got it as well. So as far as I'm concerned, that was a brilliant competition. Thanks for all your input, thanks for the videos, and I'll see you on the next one. Scott from Wessex Blades. Thanks for joining me again.